What does it mean for LeBron James?
It validates his move to Los Angeles because when he went there, Greeny, he knew that he wasn't probably going to get another star last year. Now, last year was a disaster, but he was betting on the future of the Lakers. He was betting on people wanting to be there, and free agency was looking rough this summer. I wasn't sure they were going to be able to get anybody, and so for him to be able to get Anthony Davis, a player in his prime who fits alongside him, because he only wanted to play in Los Angeles, that is a central reason why he is a Laker. It is a grand slam for him. It is one of the greatest acquisitions of any team he's been a part of in his career. There's a lot more work to be done with that roster, but it's a huge, huge step forward to acquire another superstar.
And so what is that work? In what direction do they turn now to fill out the roster, potentially with another very big name, or even if not so, pieces to put around those two stars?
Well, I think they're going to absolutely call all the top free agents. They're going to call Kawhi Leonard. They're going to call Kyrie Irving and wait to be told no by them. But they're not going to have a max salary slot in all likelihood. That means probably breaking it up among several players. And I'll tell you one name that explodes off the page to me that would be incredibly remarkable. D'Angelo Russell. If Kyrie Irving spurns the Lakers and the Knicks to go sign with the Nets, D'Angelo Russell could end up being an unrestricted free agent. And he would be the exact kind of player that you would want to put alongside Anthony Davis and LeBron James. Now, obviously, the Lakers traded him away because of all the issues he was having in the locker room. That said, all of those folks who had issues with are gone. Magic, Nick Young, a lot of his other teammates. I think they should at least consider it. But there's other names on the market, Greeny, guys like J.J. Redick, guys like Brook Lopez, a guy, anybody, frankly, who can shoot the basketball is who they've got to be looking at. And if they break this up into 2 or 3 pieces, it's a good summer to be able to get players because of the depth in the free agent class.
Yeah, I mean, Adam Silver was here, told us that right now about 40% of the league will be a free agent this summer. Wendy, look forward to seeing you here later in the week. Thank you.
Look forward.
All right, so we bring it out to the table here. A really interesting possibility that comes up there. I'm looking at you initially here, Jay Will. I can't read your face. What do you think of that?
I think D'Lo on the Lakers sounds great, but if you're D'Lo, this is your first chance to get your money after you just became an all-star? Are you going to settle for less money when somebody on the market, we still have a lot of other teams in the NBA, somebody is going to give D'Lo a max deal. Now, look, I don't know if he's a max player, but the numbers he's put up this year, getting Brooklyn to the playoffs, an all-star, somebody's going to give him that money.
What do you think, Jay?
I don't like D'Lo with the Lakers. I like D'Lo better with the Pacers. So that's a team that I'm going to throw out there that I think could be a pretty good landing spot for him.
Put him together with Oladipo coming back healthy. That was a really good team that did a lot of things. Is D'Angelo Russell a guy you would give the max to? Can I just say something out loud because it struck me? D'Angelo Russell's been around so long. Do you realize he's 23 years old? D'Angelo, if you just close your eyes and think about it, you would think, yeah, he's probably in his late 30s. He's 23
dog years in LA.
Years old. He's just at the very beginning of all of this.
In a salary cap-driven sport, you got to pick and choose who you give your assets to. And while D'Angelo Russell is an all-star level player, when you say max, to me that means the best player on a championship team. I don't think he's going to be
But I get that, but that's not who gets paid the max contracts in the NBA. You understand that. Would you be willing to put that much money on the table to bring him to your team, if you're Indiana or anybody else?
Well, if you're a team that's in a position to lose out on all of the top guys, you just said that 40% of the league is going to be free agents.
Yes.
Which means that he's going to get paid.
Yeah.
And DJ, you brought up an interesting point as we were kicking this around in our meeting this morning. If, for whatever reason, Kyrie Irving to the Nets, which people have basically written that in ink at this point. If, for whatever reason, that doesn't happen, now the Nets want to bring back D'Angelo Russell. What do you think of the way they've handled this?
That's going to be a tough scenario because Sean Marks has put out there that if they sign Kyrie Irving, that they're going to let D'Lo go. Why would you do that before you know for a fact that he's coming? If he doesn't come and decides to do something else, it would be hard for D'Lo to go back into that organization and look at those guys face to face.
Bring it right back real quick to the Lakers, though. Bogey Bogdanovic, he had a hell of a year. I think some people may didn't pay attention to the Pacers because Victor Oladipo went down, but he single-handedly carried that team to the position that they were in the playoffs. So I think he will be another big-time kind of free agent that you could bring over to the mix if you're the Lakers as well.
And also, we can't ignore the reason why this movement is going to be so unique this offseason is because KD got injured, because Klay got injured, and Kawhi went to the Raptors and in 1 year won the championship.
Yeah.
So when those three things happen, all bets are off.
Meaning what? Explain what you mean by that.
It means like you can't just now pencil Kyrie in for the Nets because you wanted to pair him with somebody. Okay? You can't just pencil another guy to go play with LeBron and AD because that's going to be the core of their team. I don't think they're going to get another max level player. We can't say the Warriors are going to be favorites because those two guys are out. So this is just a unique space in the league right now.
You know, we're going to take a pause on that thought, but there's much more to be gotten into on that because Kyrie to the Nets, which feels like a done deal in so many ways. I think there are a lot of variables involved in that we need to dissect.